African wild dogs. The largest wild canine in Africa, and the only extant member of the genus Lycaon. It is estimated that there are around 6,600 adults, including 1,400 mature individuals, living in 39 subpopulations, all threatened by habitat fragmentation, human persecution and outbreaks of disease. With these magnificent canines being native to Africa, what do you really know about them? Join us, as we learn a little more about this amazing creature. The African wild dog is the bulkiest and most solidly built of African canids. The species stands 24 to 30 inches at the shoulders, measures 28 to 44 inches in head and body length, and has a tail length of 11 to 16 inches. Adults have a weight range of 40 to 79 pounds, and females are usually 3 to 7% smaller than males. The fur of the African wild dog differs significantly from that of other canids, consisting entirely of stiff bristle hairs with no underfur, and adults gradually lose their fur as it ages, with older individuals being almost naked. Color variation is extreme, and may serve in visual identification, as African wild dogs can recognize each other at distances 160 to 330 feet. They are found foremost in southern and East Africa, and are rare in North Africa and mostly absent in West Africa, with the only potentially viable population occurring in Senegal's Niokolo-Koba National Park. The African wild dog have strong social bonds, stronger than those of sympatric lions and spotted hyenas, thus, solitary living and hunting are extremely rare in the species, and it lives in permanent packs consisting of 2 to 27 adults and yearling pups. It is a specialized pack hunter of common medium-sized antelopes, and it and the cheetah are the only primarily diurnal African large predators. The African wild dog hunts by approaching prey silently, then chasing it in a pursuit clocking at up to 41 miles per hour for 10 to 60 minutes. The average chase covers some 1.2 miles, during which the prey animal, if large, is repeatedly bitten on the legs, belly, and rump until it stops running, while smaller prey is simply pulled down and torn apart. They can adjust their hunting strategy to the particular prey species. They will rush at wildebeest to panic the herd and isolate a vulnerable individual, but pursue territorial antelope species, which defend themselves by running in wide circles, by cutting across the arc to foil their escape. A species-wide study showed that by preference, where available, 5 prey species were the most regularly selected, namely the greater kudu, Thomson's gazelle, impala, Cape bushbuck and blue wildebeest. African wild dog populations in East Africa appear to have no fixed breeding season, whereas those in southern Africa usually breed from April to July. The gestation period lasts 69 to 73 days, with the interval between each pregnancy being 12 to 14 months typically. The African wild dog produces more pups than any other canid, with litters containing around 6 to 16 pups, with an average of 10, thus indicating that a single female can produce enough young to form a new pack every year. The African wild dog is primarily threatened by habitat fragmentation, which results from human-wildlife conflict, transmission of infectious diseases with high mortality rates. It has been exterminated in large parts of North and West Africa, and its population has greatly reduced in Central Africa, Uganda, and much of Kenya. This magnificent species has a lifespan of 10 to 12 years in the wild, and in captivity, they can live up to 13 years. So, what are your thoughts on wild African dogs? Has anyone ever seen one in the wild? Drop a comment and let me know. Thank you for watching.